What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. My name is hughwizzy and you're watching 90 More Back Again. A day late. We're a day late. Manchester United 2, Norwich City 1. Harry Maguire with a winning goal in the last minute of extra time. You're going to have to help me with this one because you watched, I think, more of it than I did.
Yeah, it was very impressive.
I mean, I kept falling asleep, but it's not to say that the football wasn't any good. It's that I was really tired. I've not been sleeping a lot. So, what can you tell me about the game? Norwich were pretty good, weren't they?
Norwich were pretty good, and their goalkeeper did an excellent job. And
oh,
I think
Tim Krul. Let's just talk about Tim Krul for a second.
Yeah, he was really good.
He made two brilliant saves, one after the other. And in general, I think the fans were hoping that he would go to penalties because he is a specialist, and United may well have been in trouble then. What did you think?
Yeah, I think he was really good. I think he should have got man of the match. I don't know who we were watching.
Yeah,
Somebody said they gave it to Maguire, and his goal was...
Jermaine Genius gave it to Maguire.
He was alright, but...
Yeah, we don't really rate Jermaine Genius as a commentator, unfortunately.
Oh, right, okay. I thought, and the blonde guy.
Nice guy, yeah.
The blonde guy in Norwich as well was really good, with the ponytail.
The blonde guy, oh, you fancy a bit of this one, don't you? Oh, look at that!
Yeah. It's not about fancying him, I just think he worked really hard.
Worked really hard, yeah. Cantwell is his name.
Yeah, he was good.
Ponytail.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like that guy from Lord of the Rings with the ponytail.
There's a few characters from Lord of the Rings though.
Orlando Bloom's character, I can't remember. The elfin one.
Okay. Yes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer looks a little bit like a...
Oh yeah, he does too.
Guy. He looks like a hobbit.
He looks like Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood could be his son. Well, maybe his younger brother. Don't know how old Elijah Wood is now.
And then we had an appearance from Jesse Lingard as well, who has not had a haircut in about 3 years. Not that I can talk, but he looks frighteningly like a hobbit. Or at least like he was ready for Lord of the Rings as well. It was a chance for a few players who don't get full game time to play as well. We saw the likes of Diego Dallo. Is it Diego Dallo or Dalot? He's Italian.
I think it should be Dallo.
Dallo? I know he's Portuguese, he's not Italian.
I don't know.
Is he Portuguese or Italian? I thought he played for... No, he's Portuguese. We'll skip that. Right. Harry Maguire with the winner. He's got such a massive head. Why is his head so big? And he can't seem to score a lot of headed goals, which I find odd since his head is so big, but he did force a hugely impressive save out of Tim Krul, another one. And I think that goes in 95% of the time against most goalkeepers anyway. Let's talk about the Norwich goal though. It was Cantwell that scored it. It was an equaliser to bring some joy back into the game because it looked like United were just running away with it, or it looked like they were going to be robbed, Norwich, even though United weren't that impressive. Yeah, let's talk about the Cantwell goal. Long range strike. Low into the corner. No real appreciation shown for this goal in the commentary either. It was just, the keeper should have saved it. Yeah? It was an absolute, it was it was a beauty. And I think that's why she started to talk about Cantwell. Massive frauds. Norwich City, quite unlucky, I think, to be robbed of the chance of penalties. But United brought on quite a few of their top players, didn't they? They brought on Martial came on, Pogba came on. There was another one as well, I can't remember, we'll have a little look. But in doing so, I guess they kind of tipped the scales in their favour. Mason Greenwood coming on for Juan Mata, Marcus Rashford coming on for Jesse Lingard, Matic on for McTominay, Pogba on for Fred, and Martial on for Bay. I mean, the full switch was required, and fair play to Norwich for taking United all the way, right to the very end. I would have liked to have seen Adam Eder a little bit earlier, because I know that people talk so highly about him or consider him to be a real star for the future. However, it is it's crunch time in this, the oldest competition in world football. I'm a big fan of this, and especially since the Premier League has had to stop, and we've all been wondering what would happen with football. It is nice to see the FA Cup up and running again, and United are now in the semi-finals, and they'll be hoping that they can bring this home, because that would prove to be, I think, a successful season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It will get you into Europe, this, remember, and I think that with Wolves hot on their tail, Manchester United fans will want this in the bag. If United were to miss out on FA Cup glory and potentially Champions League football, or even Europe altogether, it would be a failure for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I think we'd have to have a different conversation. However, where we are is that United are into the last 4. Who else is in this competition, you ask? Manchester City against Newcastle United, I believe. Today we have got Sheffield United against Arsenal. Who else is in the FA Cup? That is 2 of them. I'm not actually sure. I'm going to have a little butchers and see if we can see it here. Here we go. Leicester City against Chelsea. That is today as well. Newcastle United against Manchester City, and Sheffield United against Arsenal. Oh, a spicy day of football! FA Cup weekend. Let's get down to it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who you were impressed with during the Manchester United Norwich game? Who you think is going to go all the way to FA Cup glory? I am right in saying that there's a European place for the winner of the FA Cup this season, right? Is that just, have I made that up? Or, well, you're not going to know, are you? But Harry Maguire, the source of much praise from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who said that his contribution was magnificent. And it was. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Even though he threw on all those attacking players towards the end of the game, right at the death, you've got all these names on the pitch. A lot of them are forwards, and most of them are trying to get involved in getting the goals. When there are 10 defenders in the box, you don't want a Rashford, you don't want a Greenwood, you don't even want a Martial. You really want a Lukaku or a Giroud, or a bully, someone who's going to be able to force another man physically out of the way, just pick him up and move him. And Harry Maguire is like that. He is a physical specimen. He is tall, strong, with a massive head, and he got himself in the way, not scared to throw himself at the ball when it really mattered. And he has, in my opinion, been a top-class signing. I know that he's come in for a lot of stick. There's been a lot of comparisons with Virgil van Dijk, which I think is totally ludicrous, seeing as the system is totally different. The situation is totally different. I myself am not a fan of judging players simply by their price tags, just because it's nothing to do with the player, really. They don't have a choice in, or a say in, how much they think they're worth, unless, of course, you're just talking about their performances. That is the reason why Lukaku came under so much fire. That is the reason why Paul Pogba is constantly on the front of the papers, because people are obsessed with these price tags. What I really want to see is, okay, you've done the business, you've got the man, now he's going to do his job and I'm going to judge him on the pitch, okay? That's it. And it would be laughable to suggest that Maguire has not improved their defence. He has improved the morale of the team, undoubtedly. And he is a leader, you can see that much. He had a real go at Luke Shaw in the middle of the game. Did you see that? Harry Maguire trying to tell Luke Shaw, sort your act out, or wake the fuck up, or he said something to him.
I can't remember what he was saying, but
he told him what was what, yeah?
Denied.
Yeah, little pork pie on the left. Right, we need to have some words, yeah? You need to start shifting up and shaping up, my son.
Maybe it was about FIFA.
Yeah, he plays too much Ultimate Team. Stop opening packs and eating crisps, yeah? Enough of that. You're a serious footballer playing for the biggest club in the world. Okay, you want to keep that place? Fix up, look sharp, yeah? And Harry told him. No, look, people will think as well, I don't like Luke Shaw. I do. I think he's great. He's actually a nice guy. Nice guy. What I'm looking for is elite specimens, yeah? Elite ballers, True Ballers FC squadron. To qualify for that squad, you've got to be seriously good. Your attitude, your mentality has got to be bang on the money. There's no halfway houses, you know? Anyhow, I'm going to love you and leave you. I just thought I'd do a video to catch up because obviously, like I said, I was drifting in and out of sleep throughout the game. And it's it's the middle of the afternoon. We've got another 3 games to do today, so there will be videos coming your way. If you're liking the videos, make sure you smash the hell out of the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace, guys.